Hi Libras! I was getting ready to do your reading and I just feel really happy and powerful. I feel like you guys are like the scales of justice. You're the balance. It's like if you see the injustice, that would be enough to help heal it and sort it. You have no idea the power of your awareness. That's what I feel like. And I was taking my moment, preparing, and this rain started. And when it started raining, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Some background music. Because I'm using my phone, I can't do like music behind with the video. Okay. So Libra, hi. I hope you had a good. Okay, wait. I don't know when you're gonna watch this. You're probably not gonna watch this on a Friday like I'm doing it. So I was gonna wish you a good weekend and I hope you're well. I really hope you're well. I hope you can feel your center besides all the happening all around you probably. I don't know. So yeah, I would like to give you a reading, but I would really like to listen to a song and have a dance. Well, I was gonna do these readings for the full moon, but like the videos took so long to upload that I only did 5. So I thought like I'll upload these 5 and do all the other ones, but it took me like 3 or 4 days to just upload them. I don't know why. I tried with data, I tried with different Wi-Fi's. It's one of those things. It's the mysteries. And yeah, I did Virgo reading before, obviously, because Libra comes after the Virgo. And you know that in the skies, the constellation of Virgo is like this lady, and the Libra is the scales, and you can imagine that in the original vision, the lady was holding the scales. So the scales are very, very important. The lady Justice holds the scales on one hand and the sword on the other, isn't it? And she's blinded. She's not led by her vision. She's not led by the material world. She's not led by the things that impress her or repulse her. She's led by her feeling. She feels things. She walks blindly. It's like each step she takes, she tries it. Like, okay, I like this. No, I don't like this. So, that's beautiful. Wow, I'm feeling into this energy of the Libra. And I was also thinking of Libra like the librarians. Libra Aries, librarians. So we would need a merging of opposites. Because Libra is on one side of the sky and Aries is on the opposite side. So Libra, Aries. It's an axis that holds a lot of solidity. it's something really big, and it's funny I'm saying solidity, but I'm seeing it transform into fractals of energy and light, like the akasha the akasha is, like the the akashic um, temples, where all the information is stored, and it has been corrupted and taken by some sneaky bastards, but we've been getting in there and showing them who's the boss. I'm the librarian in here. I sort the books. Look at them. They're all organized by colors and by dates and by feelings, and they're all dusted. So if you would please remove, because I'm looking after this place now, and I know what I'm doing, because I got it. The feeling. I know where I'm going. One step at a time, all right? Jeez. So, Libra, I'm nervous because I need to do Scorpio next. Okay? All right? I admit it. I don't know. I don't have anything in Scorpio in my chart. Scorpio is around what? November? Anyway, I don't know. But I'm gonna have to go through it. Would you like me to pull some cards? Let's start with the mudra, with the poem. Let's do a poem. I did a poem, it's upside down the book. There must be a reason, maybe it's a test. If we could get out of our heads, and sharing wouldn't be scary, we wouldn't even need the keys. The doors were always open. The doors, the pathways, the neural paths, multidimensional reality and strangeness all around. Bunch of children working to better their crafts instead of diseased adults struggling to stay alive. But why is it so hard to nourish our own heart and be a catalyst in others' lives? With so much dedication that seeds would ever sprout and water could reach out, life thriving. Stay calm. It's all evolving now. I like this one too. There's nothing dominating the world, and there will never be. All control is illusion. All life is perception. There's a lot of space and a lot of time, and that's it. Oh, what is it? Choose your happiness or something. Yeah. Cool beans, Libra. I feel like you're doing a great job. The Jnana Mudra just fell down. You probably know it. It's the basic one, isn't it, that we all know. Higher knowledge, 36369, 369, 369. Sorry. It's your fault. This is your energy. I'm just projecting it. You could check your human design. Might find something interesting in there. Just just check it. Human design. Jnana Mudra assists with meditation, concentration, and wisdom. Balances right and left sides of the brain. Improves concentration. Opens and balances the third eye chakra and assists meditation. Touch the tips. All other fingers extend outward. Rest the backs of the palms on the tops of the thighs, palms facing upward. And you can repeat to yourself or outward. I awaken to the divine Wisdom of the universe. I awaken to the divine wisdom of the universe. I'm sorry, I'm so excited. Stay calm. It's all evolving now. So you can do this mudra anytime when you're waiting for the bus or waiting for your dog to run around, or when you feel like nye. Yeah, higher knowledge. It's cool. It's cool stuff. And this one is here also because it talks about the third eye chakra. I thought that it would be nice to share with you. Would you like some cards, Lady Justice? We can give it a good shuffle. Libra, I hope you are doing well. I'm sorry for my attitude. Maybe you're like a powerhouse and you make people feel really good. And then you're like, why are they feeling like that? Why are they not being compassionate with my feelings? Maybe that's something that you're going through, but you are like so aware of it, you can't even get upset or something. Like you're just seeing it being reflected back at you. And we have the Ten of Swords right here, and it's calling to my attention. There's something that you really wanted that didn't happen, that ended. You give me just a little sec. Thank you. Wow, this Ten of Swords is really, really calling. So the Ten of Swords is an ending, like or a feeling of something that was once really good, trustworthy. You know, when you feel like it just became something terrible. It's like a dream becoming a nightmare. Oh, I'm so sorry. $13:13 on the clock. I'm so sorry, Libra. You're gonna heal from it. Everything's gonna be alright, okay? Everything is gonna be alright. We all go through this kind of stuff. That's why some of us are so stubborn in leaving a mark, in making a difference, in creating something powerful that really helps a lot of people. It's so beautiful. My friend was telling me the other day that he decided that he knows finally what he wants to do. He wants to do a big food forest for loads of people. I was like, wow, that's so beautiful. You know, it's so hard to decide what we want. Imagine to decide how we're gonna get it. It's just so hard. And we have the Five of Cups and the Ten of Swords on the split. So this is... Oh, there's something difficult. There's something really difficult. It's like... There's an offer that is being refused or being ignored or being left for later that is creating a lot of frustration and deep feelings of frustration. And we have the Four of Cups still on the split, so this is really important, this offer. The Four of Cups, as you can see, it's this offer. It's like, you know, when you're a kid and you're going in the highway with your parents on the car, and you see all these cars and you think, oh, that's the one I want. When I'm a grown-up, I want to have that car. It's ultimate fulfillment emotionally. It's the fish it's like the first fish that you ever fish. Like you're never gonna forget it. It's like that moment of catching that fish. But maybe it's more than that. Because it's the 10 of Cups. And I'm sorry, I've done some readings. So the fish has shown up and it's like now it's I'm sorry, it's something that you really, really want. Maybe I guess this is something that Libra goes through a lot. It's like this emotional scaling up and scaling down. Like it's a you feel really good thinking about something, and then you feel really it's always distant. Sorry, my thinking process just took another turn. Maybe that's what you do. Maybe that's why they say that Librans have difficulty choosing and deciding, because one moment because it's distant. It's something in the distance. So there's something in the distance that makes you feel it's like rainbows and clouds, and this seems a lot like a fantasy to me. I'm sorry, Libra. This is a fucking fantasy. This is an emotional fantasy. Look at it. Like, oh, that's an emotional fantasy. But it seems important. Maybe it's not a fantasy. Maybe it's real. Maybe it's like, maybe it's something that we think it's a fantasy. That's why we don't really go for it. We don't touch it. It's like it's that car that we wanted when we were a kid. It's like, what the fuck? I have a real life now. And we tell our kid to shut down, like, come on, stop asking me for that car and stop reminding me of how cool the car is. Like, no, I like my car and I like my life and I have a simple life, the life that I have. And I'm not gonna go for suddenly just for a crazy car that I wanted when I was a kid. It's like, no. But then it comes this feeling of, oh, but it would make me so happy. It's like it would be the greatest thing ever. It's like it's more than cups. It's even more than cups. I don't know. Sorry, I didn't pick up the deck correctly, and I ended up with the 9 of Swords in my hand. So, I didn't pick up the deck correctly. Or something happened naturally. And I ended up with a big issue. Like the whole earth moved. Like earthquake, and the floor stopped being leveled. and it became this angled thing where I'm like just about to drop, but no, I'm not even dropping. I'm just somewhere apart from everything, trying to protect myself from the thoughts of all the things that gone wrong and could have hurt me so much if I didn't have this twisted barrier. And there's this need to see how big the tear is, how big how much water is wanting to fall from my eye that sees all that is attacking me on the other side of the protection shield. If it wasn't for this shield, those swords would have shattered this presence here that is suffering. There's a presence here that is suffering. There's something about this tear. It's making me think of the mermaid tear that has been harvested with the purpose of eternal life. And it's a lot about justice, Libra. This is all very symbolic, but we know exactly what is going on. We know exactly what is going on. Our vulnerability is our strength. Our vulnerability is our strength. Because we are vulnerable, but that makes us really strong for when we need to move and fight and race and cut the heads of all of the puppets that are blocking us. I'm not going to go into the Four of Swords and the Queen of Swords because we've already talked about it. It's about recognizing the strength of our shield and the precision of our sword. And we have the ability to recognize that when we embrace our vulnerability, when we are really, really true to ourselves, when we recognize ourselves as a child, when we connect to our inner child, and we really accept our fantasies as fantasies. But fantasies and emotions is one thing. Arguing and fighting and attacking and suffering is another whole thing, right? So I'm going to separate these things because they are different things, right? We have the fantasy, the emotional desire to accomplish this state of bliss. And then we have this intellectual mess and impulsivity. This is an impulsive intellectual attack of someone that is inherently protected, and their well-being is precious. Their tear is precious. It shall not fall, never, ever, in the wrong hands. Power will never fall in the wrong hands, no matter how much struggle there is. Whatever dimension we are in, this is something that we can learn and accept, that no matter how much we want something, even God, that is God, what did he give us? A free will. He's like, I'm very powerful, but you guys, you do whatever you want. And the Virgo reading I did before, because Virgo comes before Libra, what did he say? The title? What is love? We don't know, but we love freedom. Because that is what God gives us. God as in like the thing, you know, life gives us freedom. That's all that he gives us. And we have to sort our shit out. We can do anything we want with that freedom. Besides one thing, messing with other people's freedom. That's just fucking stupid. You shalln't. Justice shall always be victorious. And it is what it is. We don't need to do justice. Justice does itself, right? Justice does itself, you know? So, let's see if the mushroom deck wants to say anything. This is my mushroom deck. My midnight magic deck. Probably needs a good shuffle. Sun and the Six of Pentacles. See? Justice. The Six of Pentacles is the minor arcana that corresponds to the major arcana of the Justice in the Sun. Justice in the Sun. And you see my hands are like... It's the Justice. Tables turn. Contrasts are the blessing. And no matter how strong someone's emotion is, they shalln't control life, because life has its own process. There are mechanisms. You know, the wheels of time, they move. The wheels of time, they move, and they create and they destroy according to the basic rules of the universe. And we can't control it. Strength and temperance upside down. We cannot use our spiritual strength to control time and become the king of the hill and have everything we want. That's the message. I'm sorry, Libra. I am a Libra too. So this message is also for me. But I have let go of control. Oh my god, the fool just looked at me. I've let go of control. I have done it with awareness because I really care. I really, really care. When I did it so consciously because I really felt guided to do it because I knew that the world goes around independently of our control. And I saw that what I was doing outside of me just wasn't working. I tried different ways to express myself to other people that I really, really, really cared about, and I really cared about our relationship. And what happened? People didn't listen. So I felt alone, and I felt unheard and unseen and unloved. But then I remembered all the memories when I didn't feel like that, where I feel loved and heard and seen and appreciated and respected. So I was like, wait, what is my mind doing right now? Is it telling me the truth or is it telling me the lie? And I was left with this job of analyzing the information, which brings me back to the librarian thing of the beginning. If you're still here, it's only half an hour. It's not that much. Sorry for all the blah blah blah, but I guess we're coming somewhere. How can you get the answers if you don't see things from different perspectives? And if you don't analyze all the facts, and if you don't search for the clues, if you don't follow the clues, there must be something between this massive fantasy and this war and suffering and punishment and impulsive movement to frustration and suffering and self-protection and depression and overthinking. There's a lot overthinking. And I guess if someone feels attacked by all this impulsive intellectual activity, suddenly they will feel depressed, I guess, and they will create a protection. So there must be something between these two, and that's it. It's the Libra, it's the center, it's the scales, it's the lady holding the scales, it's right in the middle. Would you, Mushroom Deck, like to tell us about this space in between? Thank you. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's the fluted bird's nest fungus. So it's the mushroom deck. So of course we're gonna get a fungus, but this is like the Ace of Cups, right? It's like fireworks. It's oh, it's so beautiful. So we see here the Ten of Cups, the Four of Cups, the Page of Cups, the fantasy, this thing that I always wanted, I really want, but I'm not really mature, in this kind of thing. I don't really know what I'm doing. It's like, it's fishy, you know? It's fishy. And, and then we have this impulsive intellectual movement towards it. And I don't see really much balance in either. And I asked what is between, and I get an Ace of Cups and a Knight of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is bringing me back to me, is bringing me back to my own sense of being an emotional being and having pure emotion that aren't really formulating into or going in any direction. They're just flowing here just because. And you know, it is what it is. And with the Knight of Cups, it will create this movement. The Ace of Cups can create movement. Action can create some kind of disturbance in the force, this ripple effect, this wave of emotion. I guess if this Ace of Cups is really centered or can preserve its own toroidal field, you know, it can create a ripple effect that will reach other beings, other spaces, other times, and that will create a vision, a dream, a plan that can become everything. That can become absolutely everything. So this is very beautiful because it's showing us how our self-love and our capacity to feel rebirthed in our own being through our spiritual practice and through the dealing with our emotions and trying to cleanse them and purify them. It can bring us a feeling of abundance inside, within, an abundance within our soul. We feel like we are in a place of no regret. We feel like we are deserving of feeling loved and being loved, and we feel like we are loved by all of nature, all the gods and the goddesses, all of the ancestors, who feel that we are loved by our inner child. We feel that our inner child is proud of us, and we feel like we are in love with our inner child. We feel really grateful for the little things, like being able to get up in the morning and being a normal person that can do stuff. Or we feel really grateful for being alive. Or we feel really grateful for finally having a breakthrough and letting go of some heavy emotion or fear. it can also be related to that moment when we cry, something that was stuck, or when we open up to seeing something or someone with more purity. So it's making me think of purity in our emotions, and that's very distant concept. Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups, Two of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. A little bit of water, a little bit of fire. Everything. And that's the best, most balanced option instead of these two other extremes. Of course. And I really need a wee. So I'm gonna pull a mudra card for you, and I'm gonna say goodbye. Libra, the scales of justice. Wow. I'm seeing like you are like this superhero. It's like camouflaged as a normal person. It's so cool. Root chakra. Number 1. Okay. Couple more shuffles. Reverence. Oh, I like this one. Should we do reverence? Why not? Right? Reverence and harmony. I did harmony in one of the other readings in this playlist. So yeah, you can just skip to the end. I'm sorry. I need a wee. Oh, harmony is so beautiful. It helps with life transitions. You do a triangle and you put it in your front of your pelvis without pressing, and you can repeat to yourself, balance and harmony accompany all my transitions. And you can repeat it to yourself inside or outward. Oh, release. This one is really good too. 27, Kali Mudra. You put together your hands and then you put your these ones up, and then you put your right thumb over your left thumb. This helps with expansiveness, release, spiritual purification. And you can repeat to yourself, I release all obstacles compassionately and align to my true nature. But this is the one that I feel like is going to close up this reading, is the Anjali Mudra. It's the mudra of the angels. Anjali. And you can gather your hands in a way that you can see the lines aligning. And before you merge them, you can actually recognize them as different and as unique and as complementary. and you can accept them as different and still unite them. In front of the heart center, with all the fingers touching and pointing upward. It assists with divine union, with inner silence and spiritual devotion. Focus. I bow with reverence to the divine heart within. I bow with reverence to the divine heart within. I feel really grateful to your energy. Perhaps you have been holding the world, sticking it back together, keeping it from ripping completely apart, and I'm feeling goosebumps all over me. I need a wee. Bye, Libra. Thank you. Hope to see you next time.